Greetings and welcome to another installment in the WCASA social media podcast series. This is episode 4, Google+. I'm your host, Stephen Montagna, the Violence Prevention Communications Coordinator for the Wisconsin Coalition Against Sexual Assault. So what is Google+? And yes, it's pronounced plus with that funky little plus sign. In a way, we think of Google+ as being Facebook and Twitter combined. And of course, you can see the previous podcast episodes 1 and 2 respectively, for looking at Facebook or Twitter. Google has been around for a long while, of course, as a search engine, a search company, but of course a larger corporation that does a number of things. And many people may be familiar with Gmail or may even use it. Gmail would be considered one of their online or web-based applications. In fact, there are a number of applications that are bundled together under the Google banner. And when you sign up for a Gmail account, you automatically have access to all of these other applications. So Google Plus is not anything you have to sign up for in addition to that. And as was mentioned before, for yourself, for your agency, and also for some of your clients, particularly clients who are dealing with domestic violence situations where having another email address or contact that's only known to people they want it to be known to, getting a free Gmail account is one way to do that. But at any rate, Google Plus is sort of a social media with a few other bells and whistles, and we're just going to go ahead and jump right in here. I'll go ahead and sign into my Google account, and I'm going to sign into one that I have as the Violence Prevention Communications Coordinator. So this is not my personal account, but just one I use for work. And you'll notice at the top here of the browser window, there are a whole bunch of options. We can see Gmail, Google Calendar, of course Google now owns YouTube, so I could jump right to YouTube, etc. But there is this Google plus sign, or it's actually plus and my username, and that will bring us to, as you can see here, plusgoogle.com. And you'll see it looks very much like Facebook or Twitter. There's my little icon, and I have a window here that says share what's new, and of course I could put in something there. And then there are various people and or agencies that I'm following, in this case local news agencies, celebrities that post very fun things, whatever is of interest to me. So this would be the equivalent of the Facebook wall. And in order to sort of manage this, Google uses something called circles. And along the left-hand margin you'll see here circles. And if I go ahead and click on that, you'll see that it will bring up the circle interface. And circles just means that I can create any number of groups to classify different people. So for my work with WCASA, I have a violence prevention circle, which has a number of people. There's local. And what's interesting is that you can move people around or add them to these groups simply by dragging and dropping them. So if I wanted to create a following circle, I could drop, there's RAIN in there, sexual violence victim advocates, I'll drop them in there, and you'll see that the number increases. Abused in Wisconsin is just, by way of example. And so if I click on one of these, I'll get, just a closer view of who is in those circles. And the significance there, of course, is that if I go back to my home page and I want to create a comment, I can, of course, select who I want that to go to. So it may be that I want to actually have this only go to, let's see here. Maybe I only want this to go to that following group. Or I want it to go to the violence prevention folks only, right? And I can paste in a link, I can paste in something interesting, etc. So like Facebook, like Twitter, could be sharing links, sharing information, being a part of the conversation, and controlling it through circles. But one of the reasons I really wanted to point out Google Plus to everybody was what's called Hangouts. Hangouts is basically taking the functionality of social media and extending it into a webinar and or teleconference, if you will. So what's a Hangout? A Hangout is basically where I can open up my webcam and my microphone audio interface, and I can actually create a space where I'm going to have a video conference with up to 9 people for free. So when I start this, now this does require, of course, it requires you to have a computer that has an audio interface, which most modern computers these days ship with a microphone. It also requires you to have a webcam to do video, and as you can see down below here, I do have a webcam, and it is actively broadcasting, and I hope I look suitable enough for public consumption. And so I can choose to push this out to my circles, or if in fact I want to go with some very specific people, local, or if I knew there was a specific person, I could start typing their name. Like if I knew David Lee, who works at WCASA, if I knew he was online and wanted to connect with him, etc. So I would put in their names or a group name, and I would hit the Hangout, and then they would get an invite, a message would pop up if they were currently logged on, and I would see their video feed down below here, and we'd be hearing each other's audio, and we'd be able to connect. Now, you do see telephone as an option here, but understand that, as you see here, I'm out of calling credit. Connecting to external phones, or that is real-world landline phones, does take money, so you can't do that for free. Another interesting aspect of Hangouts, so I mentioned that it's available for up to 9 people, but that's 9 active participants. They just started this new feature, which is, what is it called? Oh goodness, I'll have to pop over here to get the name. What you can do is actually start a Hangout, and that's it. It's called Hangouts on Air. And if you start a Hangout and you've got up to 9 people for free, but let's say you wanted more people to be able to see it, they couldn't necessarily send their video signal to you, but they could see your and up to 9 people others' video signal. You could actually call this a Hangout on Air, and what this means is, and you can see it right there, broadcast your Hangout to the world. So by going Hangouts on Air, it actually would effectively create a live stream that anybody could tap into anywhere in the world. So it effectively is a way of broadcasting. And this changes it from a personal conversation or a work group, where if you had a small work group team in your office, and a couple people were working out of the office or were traveling that week, but you wanted to have a meeting, you of course could use Hangouts as a way of having a private meeting. But if you wanted to do more of a webinar-y sort of thing, like have a conversation between you and 1 or 2 invited guests, but have it broadcast so that other people across your community or even across your state could tune in, you could use Hangouts on Air. So it's really great that Google makes these things available for free. Of course, yes, you have to have some technological pieces in place. You'd want to have a laptop or a desktop that had a video camera, either built in or attached, and you'd want to have a microphone, which again could be built into the machine or could be an external microphone that you plug in, and perhaps a pair of headphones to monitor the audio. But with these few things in place, Google provides this wonderful resource that will allow your agency potentially to broadcast and to have small work groups and video conference. So I'm going to keep this really short because I think that's really all I needed to share. Obviously, if there are more questions, feel free to contact me or WCASA, and there's more information available on the social media page of our media section of our website. So visit there and visit and connect with me on Google+. And I hope you find this useful, and we look forward to talking with you again on another edition of the Social Media Podcast Series.